This is Today in Iowa.
Good morning on this Friday Eve. It is May 29th. I'm Jason Carter.
And I'm Teal Jennings.
Well, if you were a student at Iowa State University over the last 17 years, your Social Security number might have been hacked. There's also some new poll numbers that show there's going to be a lot of finger pointing and just poll numbers, quite frankly.
I think so. You know, we know that the new unemployment rate.
Throughout this year, a record-breaking season for the team. It seems that a different player keeps just stepping up each week. This past weekend, Denise's husband, Mark, he buys her flowers. Yes. I take her to Paris.
Law of Colorado.
You seem like you're staring at me like there's something in my car. I'm just like, you're just like, and Jason, so you know. Decision 2014. Voters can begin to cast ballots for primary elections today. It's the first day. Iowans can actually start sending in their absentee ballots as well. Now, you can cast a ballot in person at your auditor's office, or, of course, you can mail your absentee ballot in. You can find more information at your county auditor's website. Well, the 5 Republican candidates that are vying for the open Senate seat will debate tonight. Well, one of those Senate candidates is reaching deep into his own pocket to secure the nomination. Mark Jacobs has broken a record for Democratic candidates for Iowa's open congressional seat say they would make changes the Affordable Care Act in a candidate forum in Hiawatha. If you were a student at Iowa State University over the last 17 years, your Social Security number might have been hacked. A security breach took place on the servers in the Ames campus. Justin Andrews has more on a similar incident. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Jason.
Thanks, Justin. And the ISU attackers intended to generate enough computing power to create what's called Bitcoin. Bitcoin gives users credit for giving the company access to processing power. Iowa State says they were targeted because they have that power. It's now 6:35, and casinos and Greyhound owners, you've been at odds. But this morning, there's hope you both could get exactly what you want. Today in Iowa's Allie Crutcher joins us live in the newsroom to explain. Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, Jason. Greyhound racing in eastern Iowa could go in a new direction. According
to the Dubuque Telegraph-Herald, the bill is scheduled for 2 committee hearings today. If it passes, it'll be debated in the Senate. Well, 5 people are charged in an identity theft ring that stole millions from the federal government. U.S. Attorney David Hickton says the suspects filed at least 2,400 fake tax returns. They were seeking $21 million in fraudulent funds. Now, before the scam was discovered, the IRS has paid out more than $10 million of those refunds. Investigators say thousands of fake bank accounts were opened at hundreds of financial institutions all across the country. The suspects allegedly spent some of that money and sent it to Nigeria. Federal regulators call it the Wild Wild West. E-cigarettes, the smokeless alternative to tobacco. But the government has no idea what's in them or whether they're even dangerous. That's about to change. Tracy Potts has more. Plus, the Bucks have one home game in the books. Did they pick up another win off the Honkers? And just a beautiful day you can see on the baseball field. We got another one straight ahead, right?
Yeah, even less humidity today.
Decision 2014 now, and state officials want their employees to support Governor Terry Branstad. And it is now 2 minutes after 6 o'clock. You may not know who you're voting for this election season, but you will want to know who's inside your kid's school, which could also be a polling place.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Today in Iowa's Allie Crutcher joins us live now in Waterloo. Good morning, Allie.
It's now 6:34, and a proposed change to how state dollars flow to Iowa's 3 public universities could have accidental consequences. The Board of Regents will consider implementing a proposal that would tie more than half of state funds to enrollment. The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports some argue the board needs to factor in for the type of student, since a graduate or professional degree program is more expensive to run than, say, a bachelor's. A University of Iowa task force representative says the board will have the option of selecting another proposal which weighs the type of student. University of Northern Iowa fired an assistant football coach for selling complimentary tickets. The Des Moines Register reports the coach sold tickets to prospective players, relatives, and then kept the money. The coach's name hasn't been released, but Matt Harkin held the position in question for about 8 years before leaving in 2012. A Cedar Rapids man is accused of stealing wheelchairs. Police arrested 39-year-old Rick Smith Wednesday. They say he was driving a stolen vehicle. Police say they found some of the missing Sportability of Iowa wheelchairs after executing a search warrant at Smith's house. Now, he faces multiple theft charges. The wheelchairs were reported missing on December 16th. Most of them were chopped up and then destroyed. Now, the chairs have since been replaced. A Tama County man is accused of killing his wife, possibly with the help of his mom. Dustin Jefferson was in court on an initial appearance Wednesday. He's charged with the death of his wife, Carrie O'Claire Jefferson. The charges came after a jury convicted Dustin's mother, Ginger, of first-degree murder earlier this week. New details this morning: the bomb squad was called into a Cedar Falls neighborhood after neighbors discovered what they thought was dynamite. Well, a student is suspended after a BB pistol was found in their car near Dubuque Senior High School. A parent noticed the BB gun and called police. Police were able to locate the student and confiscate the gun. Now, school officials say the student has been suspended and disciplinary action will be determined based on the investigation. So that brings us to today's talkback question. What do you think? Have school gun laws become a bit too strict?
Scott says it's a dang BB gun, for crying out loud. All he's going to do is tick somebody off with that. All gun laws are doing is disarming law-abiding citizens.
And Sam says, I can understand if the parent thought it was a real gun, but after the police discovered it was only a BB gun, the kid should just have been let go with a warning not to bring it. It is now 6:06, and from county fairs to backyard birthday parties, inflatable bounce houses are popular, but they can be dangerous. You might have seen this photo circulating online. This bounce house in upstate New York went soaring into the sky with children inside. 3 kids were hurt, too, with serious injuries when it all went airborne. Some children dropped from as high as 20 feet in the air. Now, area business owners are worried it'll tarnish the reputation of inflatable fun. Today, and I was Allie Crutcher is live in Waterloo with more on that. Hey, good morning, Allie.
Good morning. Well, we are certainly hoping for warm temperatures.
Pending, the Iowa DOT's highway plan calls for nearly $3 billion in spending.
Time now is 6:09 on this Thursday morning.
Denise did reveal today is National Hug and Anchor Day, so make sure you remember that. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you on Monday at 4:30 in the morning.